Welcome to Random Conflux.
What's so random about it?
I have a dog on my lap. It's Zach.
And I'm John.
This is Bay. Say hi, Bay. Bay doesn't want to say hi. But there is a doggy here as the third person tonight. So, yeah. Let's do this thing. No pop for you. We're going to talk about... I don't know. What are we talking about?
Are we going to talk about the various brands of mayonnaise and their taste?
And how I can eat it.
Yes, for all of you that don't know, Zach has a very rare allergy. He's allergic to vinegar, so...
Yes. Also peroxide.
Yeah.
And some other things.
But, no, it's kind of late to talk about this, but we're going to talk about our opinions of all the various Saints Row games.
Yeah, which ones we like better, which ones we like the least.
Kind of give our opinion on each one.
How we feel about the story, how it coincides, and what we think about the reboot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And with that little bit of an intro out of the way, and B has moved so we can actually say a little bit closer to the mic.
Yep. Let's start with Saints Row 1.
Saints Row 1.
Yeah.
The original Saints Row 1.
And for those of you that want to play it and have an Xbox, it is on Xbox Live not Xbox Live, but it's playable via backwards compatibility through. You can buy it online for about $2.
Good to know.
Yep, it's, in my opinion, it was okay, but I had a hard time getting into it. The gameplay wasn't as good as the later ones. It's kind of good story.
Well, you also have to understand it was originally made for PC rather than consoles.
No, it was Xbox before it was anything else. They didn't make a PC
Seriously?
port. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
that's the information I found. It said it was
it
PC
was
before Xbox.
No, it was originally going to be on PS2, but they stopped.
Well, working. Yeah, they canceled the thing for it.
Yeah, they stopped working for it on PS2, and then they moved it over to Xbox 360.
As far as I know, it was supposed to come out for PS2 first.
Yeah.
And then, they reneged on the contract, and it came out, I would say, a year later on PC.
No, it came on 360. It never came out on PC.
What?
No, never had a...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the only place you can play it's on the 360 or...
This is how wrong Wiki is.
Or via emulation on PC, if you want to do it that way.
Well, there is Saints Row 1 on PlayStation.
No.
Not PlayStation, but PC.
No. 2's on PC, but not 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But, like I said, not a bad game. Not
unless
the best.
It's the, unless it was a newer version of it.
No, the reboot's on, but not the original. Now, decent game. Like I said, the only way you can really play it now is on Xbox 360 or the newer Xboxes via backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But
not great, though.
It could be better. It could be better.
Now, 2 I thought was really good. 2 is probably the one I go back and play the most.
Yeah, but I think 1 is what sets up the story.
Yeah,
Gets
1.
you introduced to the story, but I think they're all able to be separated to an extent.
Yeah, the story for 1, it ends with you getting blown up on... spoilers. Spoilers. For all 3 of you that haven't played this.
Alert!
The first one ends with you getting blown up on a boat. And the
second one begins as a result of that.
Yeah, the second one, you were in a coma for years. Literally, it's either 3 to 5 years or it might be longer, I'm not sure. And you literally...
It's a direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah, you're in a prison, in a coma, and you bust out of the prison, and that's how you start the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And,
very fun. And then you gotta build the things back up.
Yeah, and the second one actually has probably the most customization out of all of them. Even the reboot to an extent. Like, there's some things the reboot has more customization in. There's some stuff that Saints Row 2 has more in.
Well, we'll talk about customization in a bit.
Yeah, they all have good customization. That's not.
And 3,
they took 2 was starting to get a little wacky. 3, they went even wackier. There's certain things that we can't mention about 3 because they don't like getting monetized. But let's just say it's a nice purple lightsaber that you can use as a weapon.
Wait, that's the one where you're the president of the
No,
United
4 is
States?
your president.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 is just wacky and crazy, and it's a good time.
I think I missed 3.
You've beaten 3. Yeah, 3 that starts out, you start out robbing a bank. And
Yeah, I missed 3.
okay. 3 and 4 have almost the exact same as far as customization goes. Now 4, you're in a simulation because your gets destroyed, and you're basically 4 is the game. The story is not bad, but it's meant to be like the ultimate sandbox.
Yeah.
Where you can do whatever you want,
And
just go around.
it basically is a sandbox.
Yeah.
To the point where you're in a virtual world.
Yeah.
And Bay is whining. Bay, you're like it's not a drumstick. Stop it. Silly dog thinking it's like a drumstick. Carry on.
Yeah. And then after 4, you had Gat Out of Hell, which was kind of a DLC, kind of its own thing.
Well, there was plenty of DLC for
4.
For 4, yeah.
There's also How the Saints Save Christmas. That was a fun one.
Well, that was actually a DLC for 4.
That's what I said. That one was a legit DLC for 4, and that was actually a really good DLC.
There's that, then there's the
There was Gat Out of Hell, which was kind of like
well,
a DLC
that
stuff.
wasn't a DLC. That was kind of paid DLC. You got it on a separate disc.
Yeah.
And they had that. They had the people in the GIMP suits as the DLC.
Enter the Dominatrix. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was funny.
That
was actually they had that because as an April Fool's prank, they said that Enter the Dominatrix was supposed to be a DLC for 3 as a joke, but they I think they ended up turning that idea into Saints Row 4, but they had the thing as like a joke for it.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep talking.
And then
I'm going to go around looking for a loader.
Yeah, after that was Agents of Mayhem, which I've actually played. I wasn't that crazy about it.
I don't think I've ever played Agents of Mayhem.
It's not the greatest. It was on sale for like $5, so I figured I'd try it and see.
Well, I can't give my honest opinion if I haven't played it, so I'm just going to leave that up to you.
Yeah. Now the reboot I thought was decent. There's stuff the older ones did better. There's stuff the newer one does better. I thought it played okay. I know there's a lot of people that don't think it's good, and if you played it and you don't like it, that's perfectly fine.
But if you're going to say your 2 cents, and this is the reason why I'm not saying too much about the games that I haven't been playing, is because I believe you should at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then don't continue to play it. But if you're going to criticize it, then give helpful criticism.
Yeah.
Because that's what the developers are looking for.
Yeah.
And even now, like, this is kind of still permanent, would you say?
Yeah. I mean,
where you can still find bugs in the new Saints Row game. And, you know, if you do find a bug in the Saints Row game, just tell the developers.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I played it from start to finish. I thought it was okay.
Same here.
Yeah. It's not the best. I don't think it's the best one out of the series, but I thought they did an okay job. I had fun playing it, but I played the older ones a little more often. You know what I mean? Like, they're for story.
With me, I played it the moment you downloaded it and we Volition.
Mm-hmm.
So, I basically played it the whole entire day to get halfway done. And then I finished it like the next couple of days. And one of the main things that I actually got a little pissed off about and kind of wanted to not play anymore was the fact that every time you got out of your car, you got collision damage.
See, I didn't have that problem.
I had that every freaking time, and sometimes you would get jumped before you have a chance to get out of the car, and you have to get out really quick and kind of defend yourself. And, like, every freaking time I end up dying because the car would take half my health away. And that's just because of the collision damage between the car door and the actual car, because it still thinks, oh, the car's one solid thing, plus the door's its own, like, hitbox, so you're trapped in between, so you get that collision damage. And it's just that the hitbox on the car was a little too big.
Yeah, one thing I thought was fun on there was they gave you a few different ways to do missions. You know, the one where you had to deliver the toxic waste barrels, and the one for the chop shop where you had to take the cars. Mm-hmm. There was two ways of doing that. You could take the vehicle, drive it clear back, or you can get the helicopter with a magnet, and you could drive it over and fly over there. That was always fun.
Yeah, that's why when you were telling me that, I wanted to unlock the helicopter first before doing that. But
and I like I thought the LARPing missions were fun on there.
Yeah.
You know, talking about the live action role play with the cardboard
yeah.
suits and all. That's funny. There's people that love it and there's people that hate it. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Pew, 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 pew.
And
Damn it, I gotta reload.
And if you do that in, if you use that outside of the missions, they still react to it. It's funny as heck.
It's a completely different, like, death animation. It's awesome. And, with me, I played 2, 4, and the remake. Yeah. And I played a little bit of 1.
One I got about halfway through. It's like I keep going back to it, but I have trouble like.
It's like I played I remember the second half of 1, but I don't remember like the first half. Mm-hmm. And I know I played 3, mm-hmm. but I don't think I finished 3. Mm-hmm. But speaking about like all of them, like they're all good in their own right. And, like, with every game, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be bugs. And nowadays, it's not so game-breaking where there's a bug because, like, the developers can patch it quicker nowadays. Yeah. They don't have to get a recall for the game, and then you gotta wait another freaking year for the game to come out, and then they fix the bugs. Yeah. Like, they can fix the bugs as soon as they find them. Mm-hmm. And they fix them through an update. Yeah. And I think that that's totally cool. But other people dog. It's like, oh, the game's not perfect. I hate this game. No. I don't want to play it no more. Nobody should ever play this game.
Now, here's my thing, though. I think that they should try to make sure the game's in good shape before they release it. Like,
you want a bad game when it came out? Cyberpunk. Yeah. And everybody loved that game when it first came out.
Hey, actually, I did like it, but it was buggy as heck. I admit that. It's gotten better, but yeah.
Literally. I played it first day it came out, and I'm like, oh, I like this game. Then I get into the actual gameplay, try to be stealthy, try to be nonchalant, hiding, how you doing, ninja-like, and hello, this person can see me through a fucking wall.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for walls. Walls are sneaky.
It's a wall! If someone is standing on the other side of that damn wall, I'm not gonna fucking see them. Unless they make a noise.
Well, you wouldn't see
I
them
was
either,
ninja. Nobody should have seen me. Nobody should have heard me. Ninja.
Yeah, and
that was game breaking because every freaking time. Plus, when that would happen, one shot, dead.
yeah, and they have fixed it since then. It's gotten better. Yeah.
And I haven't played it since they did fix it. And when they did fix it, I'm like, oh, I like this game.
But that's with any game too. It's
Yeah. And it's just one of those reasons why I bring it up is because people were dogging on Saints Row. They were dogging on Saints Row before it even came out, like saying, this is trash. Nobody should play this game.
Yeah.
It should be recalled. It should be canceled. Blah, 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 blah.
And here's the thing. You didn't know how it was going to be until it came out. Now, I'll agree it wasn't a perfect game when it came out.
Yeah.
It's still not a perfect game.
It's just like the Mario movie.
Actually, it's doing really well, I heard. It's selling well.
I had opinions
yeah.
on like the first on the first trailer. I'm trying to get my words out. And it's like,
and neither of us has seen it yet, so we can't give a review on that
yeah, and please, if you've seen it, don't put anything in the comments. Not at this point. Wait until like this video is kind of a little bit older. But, or when we actually do release a reaction video to that directly. Go ahead, put your comments down below and there. But the point I'm making is, yes, I didn't necessarily like the way that Chris Pratt was voicing Mario. Like, I liked Jack Black. I liked the guy that played Luigi. I thought he really fit the tone for Luigi. Peach was okay.
But that was just your opinion from the commercial, so you weren't dogging it, really.
I wasn't gonna say my opinion online about it until I seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm still not gonna say, hey, this is what I think, this is what I believe, and this is why you shouldn't watch it. I'm just saying, at the moment, when I seen the very first trailer,
yeah,
I wasn't all that hyped about it. I didn't really think it was going to do good. And I thought that Chris Pratt as Mario kind of sucked. And it was like he was very unenthusiastic when listening to it. And that's what kind of threw me off. But I've watched the trailer for the release. And it's a whole different sound to Mario, and he's putting more emphasis in how he talks. And I think he got a little bit of coaching, because I think that I'm not the only one that was saying that his portrayal for Mario was a little dry. It was a little forced.
So you think he's been working at it, and you think he sounds a little bit better in the later trailers, but you can't give an opinion until you watch the whole thing.
Yeah, and I'm not dogging Chris Pratt, because I do think he's a really good actor, but I think he's better as a live action actor rather than a voice actor. Yeah. Which he puts a lot of his emotions in the movements. Like, he plays Quill very well.
Quinn, you mean?
Quinn.
Is it Quinn or is it Quill?
I thought it was Quill.
I don't know.
Well, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord. He did very well with him. I thought, like, he made a really good Star-Lord. And, like, to me, that was who I was seeing when I was hearing Mario. I wasn't seeing Mario. And it's like, oh, he just brought his Star-Lord character to Mario. And oh, hello, Poochie.
Yeah. Now getting back to the gaming topic a little bit.
But it is going there.
No,
and what I'm saying is, like, I had a little bit of hate for Mario Brothers. But I wasn't going online and bashing it.
Because
I was just saying in person between you, me, and Matt that I don't think I would be interested in... Hold on a second. I don't think I would have been interested in the game, or, sorry, in the movie, because I didn't really think that Chris Pratt was playing Mario the way that the people intended him to.
But you're still going to watch it.
And I didn't think that he really cared about the part.
But you've seen later trailers that it looked like he was.
Yeah, and now from what I see, like, I completely redact what I was saying, but in the first part, yeah, I completely stick by what I said. Like, if that was still what I seen afterwards, then yeah, I would be dogging it. Because that would just show that the person doesn't care about the role that they're playing.
Yeah, and I think from the trailers it looks like he got into it, but we will save our opinions for when we actually watch the show.
But the extended trailer, it looked like he got more into it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
And like from the trailer, it looks good.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say, is don't dog something until you actually see it, because you wouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that people always say, don't judge a book by its cover. At least give it a chance, give it a read.
Yeah.
Same thing with the game or movie or whatever. Give it a chance. If you don't like it, then say why you don't like it. Just like we talk about in our videos. Like, if you don't like something we're doing in our videos, go ahead, hit the thumbs down, but say why. Yeah. And you can do that with professional stuff as well. Sort of like what Rotten Tomatoes does. And, like, give a review, but explain why you gave it that type of review. Don't just go on Reddit or some other doc site and start running your mouth, because you probably don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's just a point of view. But nine times out of 10...
It's okay to state your opinion, just don't dog people for having a different one.
It's not that. It's people thinking, oh, I have the rights, freedom of speech. Yes. It's... oh, I can say whatever I want and the developers can't get pissed off at me. Well, no. You have to think before you talk. You have to give it a chance. Let it come out. And that's the problem that Saints Row got before it was even released. But yet, people were rushing freaking... Cyberpunk, and that's why Cyberpunk was so fucked up as it was.
I think Cyberpunk should have waited maybe another year before it came out.
I think he should have waited 2 years. It took them being on the more upgraded systems, the PS5, the Xbox S, and the Xbox X. And, like, that's when I got back into playing Cyberpunk, because a lot of, like, the problems I had originally, like, they weren't fixing it on Xbox or on the PlayStation 4. And I think, like, having it on a higher platform that it can actually take the abuse that Cyberpunk's given it, it was made for this newer platform. It was made, even though it was originally made during the era of Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Is it 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 4.
I think they should have waited until the X and S series came out and the PlayStation 5 came out, because it was a stronger engine.
Or it ran better on the newer hardware, rather. Yeah.
Well, I think because of the stronger graphics settings and the upgrades that the X and S has and the 5 has. And I think it should have just waited till then. And honestly, like, maybe we'll make a whole nother topic about Cyberpunk later down the road. But, like, so many people dogging the Saints Row.
And like I said, if you played it and don't like it, dogging is understandable.
Yeah.
But
say why. And that's the most important thing. Like, I have criticisms about it. JJ has criticisms about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Matt has criticisms about it.
Like, one criticism that I can kind of see is people wish it had some of the older characters, which I can kind of see why. But they wanted to start fresh with it too at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And babe, what do you think? Come here. What do you think? You want in on this topic? Come here. What do you think? You gonna talk? You gonna bark? You gonna yelp? You gonna do something? There's the microphone.
He's like, no.
But yeah, it's one of those things where you can be proactive, you can get interactive with the developers and shit like that, but just please try to be kind, courteous, give it a chance.
I'm still crossing my fingers for the Johnny Gat DLC.
Oh yeah, totally. One thing we want to do, or I want to do, is actually talk about Gotham Knights.
Yeah, we'll do that in another topic. Yeah. That's another one that kind of got dogged a little bit. I thought it would played okay, but
I don't have a problem.
I didn't either, but
it's supposed to be like Fallout 76. I think it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one game that I played that I really hate, and I don't hate many Fallout games, I hate Fallout 76.
You had a bad experience with it, because, yeah.
Like, I couldn't get into the lore because, like, every time I went to a dungeon, I wasn't the only one in there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the lore is in the open world, and sometimes someone will go there before you do. And they don't refresh the cells quick enough. Mm-hmm. And even now, I tried to get back into it, and it's like, no. Mm-hmm. And I'm just done with Fallout.
With that one, anyway.
Yeah, with that one. Maybe the new Fallout game that's coming out. I heard it's somewhere in Europe. But I would be interested in trying it. But if it's anything like 76, I
want them to make it the settlement building a little bit better than 4. Because there's a lot of things I can improve on.
Oh, I hated building in 76.
Yeah.
I mean, like the building style. Mm-hmm. With me, I like building towns in my settlements. Mm. I like freaking building. And I don't like to use the regular in-game assets because it's too run down, it's too broken. Like, to me, I don't want that cruddy crap. If I'm going to be building a settlement from the ground up, I want that settlement to look nice. I want that settlement to look like it was just built. Yeah. And not a hobbled together piece of shit.
Yeah. And that's just your style of building.
Yeah. And people are geared towards their own opinion. Actually, I would have liked some building mechanics in Saints Row. I think because you're rebuilding the Saints, I think the base and ignore the dog. I think the base and the jobs that you buy, I think you should have to build. I just launched my controller across the room. That's fine.
It fell.
No, my arm hit it. It launched over there, hit the wall. But I think building it would have been better than just watching you place a little toy model down where you were going to set it.
Yep. Now, Saints Row 2 kind of had that. Kind of. They had where you could upgrade each of the like apartment buildings and all that stuff. Where it was like low, upper, like middle and upper class.
No, I mean actually being forced to take the time to
Yeah.
actually build it piece by piece.
Yeah.
Like, you could put down the floors, you could put down the walls, you could put it on the roof.
That'd be
I
interesting.
think that would have been really cool. And give, like, each version of somebody's playthrough a different take.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be the same building. You're going to have different assets.
Yeah.
You're going to have a different way of building, like a garage or like the repo office or whatever. Like the laundromat. You could build that in a way. And it's like, I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping maybe the next Saints Row will actually have that as a function.
If they make another one, hopefully they do. I know it didn't
I'm
sell.
hoping.
It didn't sell quite the best, but I'm still hoping that they do a sequel.
Well, it's because dumbasses online not knowing what they're talking about.
Yeah, and like I said, I agree it's not the best one in the series, but I enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. Now that we talked about that, let's talk about the customization between the very first one and the newest one out. Your
Like I said,
opinion?
one was it was okay, but the only option was it was limited on options. Like there wasn't a gender option, there wasn't the clothings were kind of restrictive.
Oh yeah, you were forced to play male, weren't you?
Yeah. Two is where I think it hit its peak as far as customizing goes. Two, you could do pretty much whatever you wanted. It had layers. It had You've done two. You know what I'm talking about. Three, they cut back on some of the stuff. Like they got rid of the layers, but they gave you more facial options and things like that. And then 4 was kind of expansion on that, wasn't it? And it was just 4 was an expansion on 3.
I think 4 was on par with 2.
It didn't have the layers, but it was good. Now the car customization in 4 was insane,
Oh yeah,
but there was no reason to drive a car in 4.
yeah, that's the whole point. Like, car customization in 4 rocked.
Yeah.
Like, you could souped up those police cars. They had better glitch graphics than any of the other games because you could glitch the cop cars into the thing or go from the gateways and open the garage and use the cop car,
Yeah.
which is the Peacemaker, and basically go to the garage with it from there. Will spawn in the creation area for it, and you could soup it up there and it would look awesome. And
Yep. Now the new one, the customization is really good. There's some things that 2 does better. There's some things that it does better. And like the car customization, I think 4 still does better car customization than the reboot does. It's good, but you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you could take something that wasn't a cop car as long as it was the same model
And turn it into one.
and make it
Yeah.
into one.
And then the reboot, the character customization, like I said, it's hit or miss. There's some that the older ones do better. There's some that the newer one does better as far as that goes.
Yeah, and with 2, there wasn't really any customization with the police cars.
You could, it actually had a decent bit. You could change the colors and the logos a little bit, unless I'm thinking about the mod.
Probably the mod.
Yeah. All on the, no, you can't change the color on the, you can't change the color on the original, because I was doing it on Xbox. But you can't get rid of the lights or anything. You can do that with the mod for PC.
But I liked being able to turn like one of the cop cars into like a unmarked one.
Yeah.
And then drive around and not Kind of using it as a way of like fast travel.
Yeah, because you can travel faster with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of fast travel, the newer one had 2 fast travel spots. The 1 and 2, they got rid of it in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2, you could actually fast travel by calling a cab, and it would take you to where you want to go.
Do they still have that on the reboot?
No.
Mm.
But yeah, something that was
Unplayable. Unplayable.
Nah, but what they did was you found a cab and you called that number on the cab, and it would actually send a cab to you. And there's 3 different numbers you can call because there's 3 cab companies. It's kind of funny.
One thing that it does is it takes the powers from 4 and gives them to you as skills.
Yeah, some of them yes, some of them no. Like it doesn't have the high jump and stuff like that. I don't think.
There's a double jump.
Yeah, you have the glide, but I don't think it has double jump.
There's the power jump.
Okay.
You have to unlock it, and it's actually a skill.
Okay.
You can jump once, which is like a regular jump, or you can hold it down. You don't jump as high, but you jump high enough to actually like clear a 1-story building.
Okay.
And
I don't remember that.
I've actually unlocked that skill on my playthrough.
Okay.
It's with the ones that you have to switch in and out.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it on there. There's a lot of stuff you can unlock in there. Like
Instead of holding the jump button, you have to activate this, a little skill.
Like there's a lot. Like I haven't even unlocked the dual wielding on mine.
Mine, I have it as like the D-pad down.
Yeah.
And then I press that, and you hit jump, and it'll let you rock it up a little bit. You can get on the roof of like a 1-story house.
You have to show me that sometime because I don't remember that.
But one thing that it doesn't have is you can't like grab jump, if that makes sense.
Like scallop walls and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have a small speed increase to your run.
Yeah, I think I got that.
But
before.
it doesn't have like a flash type run.
Yeah.
Which 4 had.
Yeah, 4 had some cool. 4 had a lot of cool abilities.
I think what they should have done was kept like the superpowers in 4. And
they wanted to make
them a little bit more realistic to an extent. And make you either go under a mutation to get that power. Or have it sort of like, okay, here's your character creation. This is how you make your character. But this is also, you have like 4 skills that you can choose from. Or you only have like 4 slots. And you have to be careful about the skills you want. Or the powers you want.
Now, one thing they did kind of keep from 4 was the gliding, but they gave you a glide suit instead of just the magical glide that you could do with that game.
Well, technically, that's all you were doing in 4.
Yeah.
But
you just didn't have the suit for it.
Yeah. But I think, like, it's still a good game in my opinion.
Yeah.
I very much like the game. I rate it very highly.
Yeah, we're not going to give specific numbers because we're not really rating by numbers, just rating about our opinions. And they're all decent games. 1 and 2, like I said, they're available on Xbox, backwards compatibility. They're dirt cheap.
If I am rating by numbers, like 0 to 5, I would play it like 3.5.
That's fair. Like, not great, but not bad. The other ones, it depends on the game and my mood at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you actually liked the reboot, give the older ones a chance. They're decent. If you've played the older ones but not the new one,
give it a chance. You will like it.
Get it during a sale.
Yes.
Like $20, fair price for it.
Mm-hmm.
I would. After playing it, I don't think I'd pay more than that again, but $20 is fair. You know what I mean?
Or get it when it's on like the pay pass. Is
Game
that
Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Yeah, it's
If
not
you're
right
on
now,
Xbox.
it's not on it right now, but it might be.
Well, when it comes to Game Pass,
Yeah.
I think that would be a time to get it, or like when they give you like a trial on Steam, that would be a way to get it. Or just get, if you're playing it, or if you play on PC, one way to do it is get the developers edition.
I don't think they have that. Do they?
It's a free demo
Okay.
on Steam.
Yeah, it's not on Steam yet though. It's only on Epic.
No, it's been on Steam since the launch.
No, the older ones are. The newer ones not on Steam. It's an Epic exclusive for a year, and then it moves over to Steam.
Oh, then that's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's gonna,
okay.
it's
Then
gonna,
it was Epic, not Steam.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
gonna be on Steam, and then they're gonna be adding mod tools and stuff like that to it once it comes over to Steam.
Well, all I know is there's developmental mode, which allows you to basically play a demo of it to see if you like it. And
You've done that for a few games, haven't you?
Yeah. I actually have demos on my PC for games that I may want in the future. Mm-hmm. And there are games that I play the demo and I actually like Gas Station Simulator. I liked it. I'm interested in playing the rest of it. Planet Crafter, I like it. I'm interested in playing the rest of it. But I'm gonna wait until it's on sale or whatever.
I think more games should offer demos because there's some that do and some that don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. If
well,
Saints
they
Row
do, but you have to download the developers version rather than the actual game. When you
when they have a beta, you can usually download the beta and try it.
Well, not just that, but there's called like a permanent beta, which is still in the game files. So when you go to download the game, there's an option when you go to download it. I believe it's like really far down on the list, or you can open the download file and just pull out the beta.
I've never found that option before, so.
I've done it for a couple games on Steam.
Okay, just to try them out and see.
Yeah.
I don't remember finding that myself, but I'll take your word for it.
That's how I got Play Simulator on my PC.
Okay.
It didn't like the computer I originally downloaded it from, but when I first downloaded it, yeah, it was the actual developer thing. Yep. Kitty cat laying on the floor, my dog screaming them. And I'm kind of losing my sense of topic here.
I think we're pretty much out of things to talk about with the game. So, you want to just close in? I mean, well, I'm enjoyed it. I think they're good games, like I said.
Yeah, but how do you think it compares as a reboot? That's a better way of saying it. Do you think that it could be called a reboot, or do you think it should be called Saints Row 5?
I think it's more of a reboot. I think it might have done better if they called it something other than Saints Row because it didn't really fit the story. But I thought it was a good game overall. You know what I mean?
I think it was adding to the story.
You think?
I think that because 4, you basically rebuild the world and at the end of 4. Mm-hmm. But you're stuck in hell.
Yeah. Now the thing.
So that's where God Out of Hell came from.
Now, technically, if you want to get into the lore of the games, Agents of Mayhem was supposed to be like the reboot world for God Out of Hell. But you can kind of say that about the new one if you ignore Agents of Mayhem. But they've straight out said that has nothing to do with this one, which is weird.
But that's also because it's not a Saints Row, is it?
Agents of Mayhem?
Yeah.
It's the same universe.
I know, but it doesn't have the Saints Row title.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's not a Saints Row.
It has Johnny Gat. And Kenzie. And Pierce.
I am trying to make a point here, but
Yeah.
I guess, like, that's all I can think of.
Yeah. That's all I can think of too. So
Like, I think it does really good as a sequel.
I think it's
And I think if you're gonna reboot a franchise, I think, like, you give it a fresh start. But you take the stuff that you implemented in the previous and add that into the new. Because that's a way to
why are you whining?
keep stuff fresh, but still restart.
But yeah.
And those that heard my dog whining in the background, he's just jealous because we're talking into a mic. And he wants to talk. Why don't you, buddy? Why don't you? Well, come here. Let's sign off. You want to say it this time? Tell him, hit the like button, subscribe, walk away now. Hit the like button, like a boss. Subscribe, so you get our channel right in your subscriptions.
Yes. Comment so the doggy doesn't cry anymore.
Yes. Comment poor doggy in the comments down below. Say I'll give you a biscuit. And, probably find a biscuit emoji and put it down there, maybe. I don't know. And while you're at it, did I say hit the like button like boss?
Yeah, you said all that.
Okay.
said
Smash that subscribe button. Let us get into your subscription feed. Hit that bell notification button like you're the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Just so you're reminded every time we drop a video. And without further ado, hit that thumbs down button if you think that this video is horrendous. And let's say you maybe think that we're good, but you don't really like the way that we do our topic videos or whatever, or you want to see more gameplay videos. Well, leave a comment down below. Hit like or dislike. The only people that will see the dislike is the people that can actually view the back channel of the YouTube algorithm, and that helps us know what video topics you like or dislike, and that helps us make better content for you guys. Don't worry about the Poochie, let him run. It's perfectly fine. And with that being said, always remember you can comment down below and join in any of our conversations. As we say, this is just a starting point for a conversation. Doesn't mean that you have to stick with the topic, because this is freaking random, baby! And as always, I'm out of words. Say goodbye, Vegeta!
Where the heck's Vegeta? This is Barty Fife. What are you talking about? Huh?
Doggy. This guy, he stole Vegeta. I need Vegeta for the closing.
I just showed up here. There's something just not right about all this.
Yeah. Maybe he arrested Vegeta. Barney, what did you do with Vegeta?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, Otis is locked up. I never heard of anybody named Vegeta. I mean, you just don't understand that I just don't know what's going on anymore.
truck here, dude. Sweet.
I'm on my way.